5, 16, 19, 21, 30, 3 and 10. Check results. You remember?
I mean, it's gonna take some time to realize, but when you look inside, I'm sure you'll find that over your shoulder, you know that there's always. I messed it up. I'll always be there, picking you up when you're down. So just turn around. Drake and Josh. No relevance today. Zero relevance to what's going on, which is not much. But I can say right now, Drake and Josh isn't relevant to anything. Sore throat at the moment. Not naturally from shouting at work. A lot of shouting was involved today. And I think there's a technique to shouting where you're meant to shout from the diaphragm or something, or you're meant to, I don't know, I never went to shouting school. Shouting school. I never went to shouting school, alright? So like, I was just shouting in the best way I do, and I could feel that little thing in the back of your throat going along, and it's crazy when you, like, there's certain things, right? As you get past a certain age, you do all of these things under the age of maybe 16, shouting, sprinting. You're just doing everything at the max pretty regularly. But I was thinking about it, like, I was talking to someone about, they asked me, or I asked them, and then they asked me, like, how quick do you reckon you could run 100 meters? 100 meter sprint. And I said, I like to think, nothing crazy, but I reckon I could do it in 12.8 seconds, maybe. But then again, like, I've always been deceptively fast for the sense that I'm quicker than a lanky 6'3" person would be, maybe. Then you'd think, like, you wouldn't expect a beanpole to be quick. They usually just sort of glide, like, striding along. So I think I'm quicker than people expect, but I'm not Usain Bolt. I reckon 12.9 is a respectable time. But that being said, so I can't remember the last time I've just went somewhere and tried to run in a straight line at full sprint, to just see how fast I can go. That just when you're younger, I'm talking about like probably 14 and younger, even maybe 16 and younger if you're playing like a sport. But I'm just talking in general. I don't know. Just like think about how rare it is. There's probably people who haven't even tried. My parents probably haven't tried, even attempted to even sprint, to even get out of a brisk jog in the last like 25 years. Like, you just don't realize it. It's like, why would I need to? I never do it. Even if I'm running for a bus, I'm never fully sprinting. You're either jogging or jogging quick. You're never like sprinting somewhere. Like, it's so rare that a human ever just like consistently will sprint. And the same with shouting. Maybe you do it a lot, screaming matches, arguing people as you're younger. I can't remember the last time I just like tried to shout as loud as I could. And like we had to do that today. First of all, I didn't even think it was that loud. And just, you can shout for about 15 seconds as loud as you can, and you'll already be like, oh, I got a bit of a tickle there. Like, automatically, like, oh, geez. Like, it don't take much. Like, these things, you just don't realize, you just never do them. Like, I remember when I went to this is like ages ago, maybe like 3-4 years ago, I went to like a apprenticeship type job interview thing, right? So stupid, and looking back, I was so dumb, and they made us do like all these different things as a part of the interview. Didn't get it. I probably would have quit like after 3 months anyway, knowing me, and it would have been all for a big waste of time. But I was at this like sports center place, and then we had to like prove we could like swim to at least a certain level. And I wasn't really nervous about any of it because I know I can swim. I was just thinking, what are they going to tell us to go to the bottom of the water, pick up some brick, cool. Tell us to like tread water for 30 seconds, you know what I mean? Swim from one end to the other. And then this is where the issue arose. One of the first things they asked us to do was you had to like swim from one end to the other, and like breaststroke was calm. No, sorry. Front crawl, backstroke, that's all calm. But one of the first things they told us to do, breaststroke from this side to that side. That's all. Just from this side to that side and then back again. So just there and back. And you have to do it like in under 50 seconds or something. So just under a minute. And it's like, yeah, sure, okay, I'll go do that. And then you're doing the breaststroke, and the breaststroke is like this full body thing, and you're going into it. And then your breaststroke, it feels like you're going like nowhere really. And you look up and you're like, I'm pretty tired here. Like, you're going underwater like with everyone pretty much. It's like, I'm pretty tired here. And I'm like not even halfway through just to that side yet, and I got to come back, and I'm doing this as quick as I can because I got to do it under a certain time to get the right band. This is meant to be like very easy level, and you're like, oh my god, I'm like gassing. No, just keep going, you're fine. No, I'm gassing. Like my legs physically are stopping right now, and I stopped. Like I stopped before I got to the wall or something. I was like, what the hell? I was like, why can I not do this? It's one of the weird like if someone told you, oh, run 200 meters, you think, yeah, I can do that. That's easy. That's not even a far distance. That's technically known as a sprint. And you run the 200 meters and you get to 100 meters in and you're physically like, I can't run any further. Like that's how crazy it was. It's like, why can't I swim anymore? And then I finished the thing. I think I didn't get it in the green. I got it in the amber, which was still fine. But it was just like, wow, I got out the pool. I was lightheaded. My legs were dead. It was like instant cramp, like instant. Within 30 seconds, it was like instant lactic acid buildup, whatever. I probably hadn't eaten enough that day, but like still, it's just like when you don't do something regularly and then you do it, whether you can do that thing or you could do that thing relatively well, you are going to be like, whoa. The shouting. If I tried to sprint now, the swimming in the water, I was like, this is like a full body, like immediately cramps you up. And it's just like, wow. And we're 7 minutes in, and this is one big tangent. But I'm here for it because I didn't really come with anything to talk about today. One thing I did see, this is kind of like, I remember one of the first ones of these I did, maybe like within the first 5 episodes I did, was called like, which rapper was it? I want to say Lil Baby. I was like, Lil Baby's baby is richer than you or something. Because I think it was like Christmas time, and then the kid opens up his gift, and they're in a jewelry store or something. So it's like, oh, I wonder what it is, you know what I mean? And it's like a cabinet, like, like a GTA style, you smash the box. They're in a classic jewelry store setup. It's all like in a display. It's like basically just wrapping paper. Looks like they did it in about 10 seconds. Just covered over one section of like the display. Open your gift. What do you think it's gonna be? Look where we are. He just like pulls it off with such like little effort, and then it's just like a bunch of diamond rings and like Rolexes or whatever. And then everyone's like already got their phones out recording the kids like as if he's gonna have some sick reaction. And then it's like, whoa, that's what my son got for Christmas, dog. And the kid's just like, thank you. And it's just like, does a kid really care? I feel like when people do that, it's like, because no one's getting their kid. Here's the thing, right? You can argue, oh, well, you're basically setting your kid up. It's like getting your kid bonds or something, which is also a boring gift or whatever, or like getting them an account to invest money in, which they can only get when they're older or something like that, right? Which, whatever. But if that was really the case, really the reason you were doing it, you wouldn't post it. It's the fact that whenever people do these weird gifts, it's always recorded to then be posted. It's more of like a reflection, like it's a weird flex but okay type of scenario. It's like them getting their kids 10 Rolexes is literally all about themselves being like, this is such a flex that I can look after my kids this well and type thing. I can provide for them this well type thing. I don't really know the exact what's going on here, but it's a weird flex. Or whatever. Because the kids just doesn't ever care. And I'm not even saying it's like, oh, these poor kids, whatever, get them something. These kids will get what they ask for throughout the year, the day they ask for it. They haven't got to wait for a certain day to get a PlayStation or something. They got it the day it comes out, you know what I mean? And on Christmas, they probably did get normal kid stuff as well, like toys and stuff like that. But the ones they're showing us are obviously going to be, the designer bag or whatever the 6-year-old doesn't give a fuck about. And I saw a similar thing with Blueface. It was like Blueface handing his kid his Christmas present. The kid's just sitting in like it couldn't have been that young where he's in a stroller, but he's like sitting in a chair or something. Like again, like 6, and Blueface is just like putting wads of cash in his lap, like yeah, as if I'm expected to believe that once he turned the camera off, that kid just walked away with his cash like. And put it upstairs in his piggy bank, and Blueface didn't just immediately take it back and keep it, or buy him something he wanted with it, or put it into an account or something. It's just like a weird, like, it's a weird like ego me thing. It's never about the kid, because usually when a person posts their kid's reaction to a present, it's about the kid. It's like a sentimental thing. Like the kid's crying. It's like it's a puppy, or it's like Disneyland, or it's like, something like that. This is just despondent children getting like money thrown at them while like the parent shouts over. And this is less of that, the John Terry thing, because they are 17 and it's a bit older. But like he got his kids, both of his kids, like Mercedes Benz or something. And I guess that's a good gift. Getting a car as a gift. Maybe it's just because I have no interest in driving. I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like big gifts are weird. I don't know what's the point in getting rich if you're not gonna like spend the money, right, on stuff. Like, what's the point? Like, but at the same time, I just find big gifts, like, I don't know, like a big gift like a holiday, I think is different. But even when you're rich or not rich, like when you see that video where like Ronaldo's wife gets him like a car as if he couldn't just get him himself, and you put a big bow on it or whatever, and it's just like, I don't know, like to me the whole point of a gift is like there's a bit of fun of the mystery of it, sort of joy in it. It's like a little wrapped up thing. The thought does also, it does count for something. Walking up and like, yeah, your gift's on the front drive, you walk out, it's just a big bow on like a Lamborghini. It's like, it doesn't really feel special. Like, of course I've got to be grateful because that's like an expensive thing and it's huge. And it's like, whoa. But it's just like, there's a big bow on it. And it's like, it just kind of, there's no magic in that. Getting like a car or something. And a car can work as a good gift, I feel like. I just feel like if all parties are rich, what's like getting a car as a gift is just not that cool. I suppose maybe it's more cool if you're from like you really, really want a car and your family isn't rich and they get it for you. Maybe it seems more cool. But I don't know. Everyone who knows me now is like, well, hopefully he never becomes rich because we ain't getting anything good. But it's like, I like a good gift, but like, I more like to like the type that's like you've been asking questions throughout the year and you're like, okay, you said that, I'm noting that down for later, like 6 months later, and they won't believe I remembered that we spoke about this and said this and that thing, and you're like, doing market research, you're out here doing, you're out in the fields, picking up the knowledge on what to buy and all this other stuff, and it's like a clever little thing you got to work out. It's a little fucking puzzle box. It's just boring when, I don't know, when you get to an age and it gets to a point where it's just like, every year you're gonna get perfume, you're gonna get your favorite alcohol, you're gonna get this like a accessory. Like it just becomes so like standard. Like, yep, this is what we do. This is what you get. This is a sign. I have to buy this because we know each other, and it's like rude if I didn't. So here's what you already know what's in here. Here you go. There. I just find that so boring. I know this is like a me thing as well because I've tried to like get more, thoughtful gifts that I think are better and more fun than just the same old stuff. But as soon as you stray out of the path, people are just like, they don't use it. I can actively think of gifts right now that I bought within the last 2-3 years and never have been used once. Breaks my soul. Okay, sure, I'll just get you the boring book or whatever like you are. It's just like, bleh. Now I'm going into something completely different. It's not even about money anymore. It's just about boring gifts or gifts and I get it, they want it, but I don't know. It just loses the magic when it's the same thing every year. It's like, why am I even wrapping this? What's special about this? Because giving gifts is fun. If you're allowed to let it be fun, Or does it always have to be? I don't know. I gotta get up early tomorrow. When I say early, I mean, yep, another one of them early ones. One of those 2:30 in the morning ones. And at the moment it is 10:30. Like today I had to get up probably about 7, which at the moment feels like a fucking line recently. But that was like a nice at least 6 hours. I got 6-7 hours, which is the usual. Today, but it's already 10:30, and I'm not going to be sleeping until probably like 11:30. So at most, we're probably going to get like 3 hours. Oh, just the sound of that sounds terrible, but I don't know. I'm very good at living off of the bare minimum, which I know will affect you poorly, so you can't do it forever in the future. But I'm very good at living off of like low food, low water, low sleep. I'm like dead man walking. I'm very good at it. That's probably not good. I should probably just eat more, drink more, and sleep more. That's just the easy fix. Just do a lot more things. Just remain more healthy. I'm looking at myself right now. I feel like I look so like, frail. But we're in the stage where we're trying to make money. We're trying to work consistently and earn some cash. Because I've had too much time where I was just bumming around and stuff and things like that. So we're gonna try and have a productive summer, at least until September time. We're gonna be even more of a shell that we already are a shell of. Anyway, this was 147. Seeing 148.
With the kids, and I've got 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. Like,